drive a navy blue Corolla hatch, and when I'm in the car park with all my shopping, I'm filtering out all the cars. Yeah, all the cars, all the utes, all the white cars, all the red cars. Boom, there is my car. Yeah? So you can do the same thing with emotions. If we're focusing on something negative, we're gonna filter. We're gonna find all the negative things that are there. But if we're focusing on something positive, what it is that we want, we're not even, the negative things don't even exist to us. Yeah, we're filtering them out, focusing on the positive. So watch that. Now I'm going to talk to you about meditation and mind work, right? Would we all agree that the mind is connected to our bodies? Yeah? So if we are in a bad mood and we stub our toe, it's going to hurt a lot. Yeah? But if we're in an okay mood and we stub our toe, it'll hurt a little bit, or it'll hurt a lot, but we won't complain about it a lot. And our bodies are connected to our minds. So if we feed ourselves healthy food, the chances are that our minds are going to be really, in a nice place. But if we continue to eat junk food, then our minds are, we're probably going to be a bit more sad. Now, we'll talk about body physiology here. So when you're sad, what is our body doing? What are our bodies doing? Yeah, it's generally doing this. Yeah, and when we're happy, this is what our bodies are doing. Our bodies are connected to our minds. So, just a fun tip, what we can do. When we're feeling sad, yeah, what if you do this? Or that? Yeah. It is impossible to feel sad when you do that. Yeah? And if you're happy, you will never be in this position. Ever. And if you're feeling nervous about... Who here is a competitive boxer or a Thai boxer? Yes. Anyone else? Yep. Yeah, cool. So the thing is, if you're feeling nervous, what are you doing when you're nervous? Yeah. That's what we're doing when we're nervous, yeah, or we're just sitting there. But one way we can trick our minds into not feeling nervous by changing our body physiology. Winning, yeah? You can't feel nervous when you do that. So what I put here, a dot point, is athletes, because they're, everyone here, or most people here, this is a gym. There's a lot of athletes in here. We've got a football club right here. So I think it's really interesting. Some athletes do mind work, but most don't. And I've been there before. So focused. I consult a lot of athletes, and they don't, we can't consult because I need to train. It's all about the physical side of things. But what you got to remember is that your brain's a muscle. Yeah, so I'm seeing athletes on Sundays when it's rest day. Yeah. So why is it? It's really interesting. Why is it that athletes are all about their physical bodies? And don't get me wrong, when you guys probably run so much. When you guys are running and you are pushing past those barriers, that's a mental thing. That's just not a physical thing. That's a mental thing. But then you're training your brain to do that, so that when it comes to competition, it's going to be easier to do. You can push past that barrier. But that's almost as far as it goes. There's other things that we can do with our minds. Just on that, I'm going to show you a really quick video. It probably goes for about a minute and a half, and it is about meditation and mindfulness and mind work.
We can meditate everywhere, anytime, even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, while you're walking, while you're having coffee and tea, while you're having meeting. So you can meditate. Many people has a little bit misunderstanding about meditation. They think meditation meaning think of nothing, concentrate. So push too much. So we cannot block thought and emotion. In fact, we need thought and emotion. So whether you listen to your monkey mind or not, that's an issue. What I call monkey mind is chatting, pala 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 yada yada. So monkey mind is giving you opinion. So whether you listen to opinion or not, it's up to you, right? So through meditation, what we do is we have to make friends with the monkey mind. But how to make friends? Just giving banana doesn't work, So right method is you need to give job to monkey mind. how to give job monkey mind. So the simple meditation technique is be aware of the breath. So you ask monkey mind, hello, what's breath? So monkey mind says, yeah, good idea. And be aware of breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. There's a lot of thought comes at the background. Don't care, no problem. So as long as if you're not forget your breath, anything is okay. No need too much concentration. Just simply be aware of your breath. In, out, in. Even two breath, one breath. So therefore, we can meditate everywhere, anytime.
Cool. I really like that. See, this is meditating, right? But that's not just meditating. Yeah, meditating is everything. You can meditate when you're running. Yeah, so who here, I'm going to ask over here, like, you guys probably go for long runs every now and then, focusing on your breath, is that right? I'm not seeing anyone. Yeah, okay, a couple of people nodding. Yeah, so you're just kind of focusing. So you're meditating essentially when you're running. You can do it when you're cooking, you can do it when you're hitting pads, like, endurance training, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, so that's meditating, that's silencing the mind, that's focusing on what you're doing. And the more you do that, the easier it becomes. And, the reality is as well, it's really nice to meditate if you want to go to sleep and you just want to relax your mind. Some people who have trouble sleeping, we teach them how to meditate, they get better and better at it, therefore it's easier to fall asleep. But meditation can also be used for, to help you get motivated, but to help you feel really strong. Does anyone know who Wim Hof is? Yeah, see, okay, I talk about him a lot. Yeah, he's really cool. He's kind of brought meditating to science. He's called the Iceman. So essentially, he sits in ice and is cool. Yeah, and so it's really cool. And he does it through breathing techniques. He does it through meditating. Meditation isn't just about relaxing the mind. It's also about getting us really strong, getting us really amped up. Getting us motivated. Yeah, like visualizing. I guarantee that the night before, if you go to bed, you want to get up in the morning. I've done this before. I've set my clock and just turned it off. If you visualize yourself getting up in the morning, putting your sneakers on, and getting up and going for a run, that's meditation. Yeah, that's training your mind, training your brain. So just on the monkey mind that the monk was talking about. I'll just tell you a bit of a definition. So the monkey mind is essentially means stress. The animal component is primitive. The reality is monkeys are awesome. They're really lucky to be living in the wild, and they think primitively because that's all they need to do. What's it like being a monkey in the wild? It's all about survival. Yeah, it's all about food and water and breeding and protecting the young. Awesome. We can afford to have a primitive mind if we are a monkey in the wild. But if we have that primitive mind in being a human, living in the city, going to the gym, playing football, being a Thai boxer, what's going to happen? We can't afford to think primitively. We're going to be stressed all the time. Or we're going to lack motivation to get up in the morning to go to work all the time. We need to train our minds to think more intelligently. Now, also on attitude, I want to talk to you about language use. Yeah, language use. So, I used to call myself an idiot all the time. If I dropped my keys, I'd call myself an idiot. Anita, you idiot. Yeah, if I left my sunnies inside, Anita, you idiot. If I'd, knocked my leg, Anita, you idiot. And you know what? At the end of the day, I had called myself an idiot 10 times. What is that doing to my brain and to my image of myself? It's not really helping. And how many times did I compliment myself that day? Probably not very often. So you really, really need to watch your language use. If you're looking in the mirror, I look like shit. But really? Really? Well, probably not. You want to look better, but you don't look like shit. And just something else. just with Muay Thai, because I do PTs sometimes, yeah. And when I became a mind coach, it was really, really interesting because I have this one client who had really bad self-talk, or not healthy self-talk, let's call it. Yeah, so she'd come in and she'd kick the pad, she'd go, "Oh, my kicks are shit." It's like, "Really? Yeah." I'm like, "No, really? Are they shit?" And she said, "Well, no, but they could be better." So, well, good. Good. My kicks could be better. Because if she keeps telling herself, "My kicks are shit, my kicks are shit, my kicks are shit," that's so limiting. Yeah, it's so limiting for you. So what we need to do, we need to have really nice self-talk or better self-talk to allow ourselves to feel motivated to keep going, to see the light. And there's lots of examples we can use, okay? So some people say busy, and it's just a bit, it doesn't feel right, yeah? So, I've got a lot on, or I feel alone. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't, that's, you could say, instead you could say, "You know what, I'm independent," or "I'm ready to talk to someone." So